She thought she was just offering kindness to a broken man, unaware that fate was about to change her life forever. It was a cold night, and Mia had just finished her shift at the tiny diner on the corner of the street. Her feet ached, her uniform smelled of coffee, and her tips barely covered the bus fare home. But none of that mattered when she saw the man sitting alone on the pavement near the bus stop. His suit was expensive but wrinkled, his tie loosened as if he had given up on the world. A nearly empty whiskey bottle dangled from his fingers, and his eyes, filled with sadness, stared blankly at the road ahead. Mia wasn't the type to ignore someone in pain. She hesitated for a moment before kneeling beside him. "Are you okay, sir?" she asked softly. The man let out a bitter chuckle. "Do I look okay?" His voice was rough, but there was something else in it. Deep sorrow. She didn't walk away. Instead, she sat next to him, hugging her worn-out coat around her shoulders. "Sometimes talking helps," he scoffed. "Talking won't bring her back." Mia's heart clenched. "Her?" The man let out a deep sigh. "My fiancée. She left me at the altar today." He took another sip from the bottle, his hands shaking. "Said she couldn't marry a man who loved his work more than her." Mia frowned. "I'm sorry. That must have hurt." He looked at her then, his eyes searching hers. "Why are you even sitting here, listening to a drunk stranger's misery?" She smiled softly. "Because I know what it's like to feel abandoned." For the first time that night, the man put the bottle down and looked at her. Really looked at her. There was something in Mia's eyes, something genuine. For the first time in hours, he didn't feel entirely alone. Neither of them knew that this simple act of kindness would lead to something that would change their lives forever. The next morning, Mia woke up in her tiny apartment, thinking about the heartbroken man she had comforted the night before. She never asked for his name, nor did he ask for hers. He was just another lost soul, like so many she had met before. At the diner, Mia resumed her usual routine, taking orders, pouring coffee, and forcing a smile despite her exhaustion. She was used to the struggle. Life had never been easy for her, but she had learned to push through. As she was clearing a table, the doorbell chimed, and she looked up to see a familiar face. It was him, the man from last night. But today, he looked different. Sober, well-dressed, and carrying an aura of quiet confidence. Mia nearly dropped the tray she was holding. What was he doing here? He walked up to her with a soft, almost embarrassed smile. "I never got to thank you for last night," he said. She blinked, unsure how to respond. "You don't have to. I was just being kind." He nodded. "Most people wouldn't have stopped. But you did. You didn't know me, and yet you cared." He hesitated before adding, "I'd like to repay that kindness." Mia frowned. "You don't owe me anything." But he wasn't listening. Instead, he reached into his pocket and handed her a card. "Come to this address tomorrow. I have a job offer for you." She stared at the card, confused. The name on it made her breath hitch. Daniel Sterling, Chief Executive Officer of Sterling Enterprises. Her heart pounded. This wasn't just some ordinary heartbroken man. He was a billionaire. Her hands trembled as she looked back up at him. I don't understand." He smiled, a warmth in his eyes that hadn't been there the night before. "Just trust me." Mia had no idea that saying yes to this offer would change the entire course of her life. The next day, Mia found herself standing in front of a towering glass skyscraper, Sterling Enterprises. She clutched the business card in her hand, her heart pounding. What was she doing here? She was just a diner waitress, not someone who belonged in a place like this. Swallowing her nerves, she stepped inside. The lobby was sleek and modern, filled with people in expensive suits. She felt completely out of place. A receptionist greeted her. "Miss Mia Carter?" Mia nodded hesitantly. "The CEO is expecting you." Before she could process that, she was led to a private elevator. The doors closed, and Mia's stomach twisted as the elevator climbed to the top floor. When the doors opened, Daniel Sterling was waiting. Unlike the broken man she had met at the bar, today he looked completely in control. Polished, powerful, and intimidating. "You came," he said with a small smile. I almost didn't," she admitted. Daniel gestured for her to follow him into his office. It was massive, with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. He gestured for her to sit. "I won't waste your time," he began. "I've been searching for an executive assistant, someone who is honest and trustworthy. After last night, I knew I could trust you." Mia's eyes widened. "Me? An assistant? But I don't have experience." "I don't care," Daniel interrupted. "I can teach you the skills, but loyalty and kindness, you can't teach that, and I saw those in you." Mia was speechless. This was the kind of opportunity people dreamed of. But before she could answer, a knock interrupted them. The door swung open, and a woman walked in. Tall, blonde, and wearing an expensive dress, she looked Mia up and down with clear disdain. "Well, well," the woman sneered. "Daniel, is this your latest charity case?" Mia felt her cheeks burn as Daniel's expression darkened. Daniel stood abruptly, his jaw tightening. "Madeline, what are you doing here?" Madeline crossed her arms and smirked. "I came to see if the rumors were true, that you were handing out jobs to random nobodies." She glanced at Mia with a condescending look. "Guess I was right." Mia's hands clenched in her lap, but she stayed silent. She had dealt with people like Madeline before. Rich, entitled, and cruel. Daniel's voice was cold. "Mia isn't just somebody. She's the reason I got through one of the worst nights of my life." Madeline scoffed. "Oh, please. So she listened to you whine at a bar, and now you think she's special?" Mia finally spoke up. "I didn't ask for anything. He offered me this opportunity because he saw something in me. If you think that's a problem, maybe you should ask yourself why he doesn't trust you instead." Madeline's eyes flashed with anger. "You think you're special because Daniel feels sorry for you?" She turned back to Daniel. "She's going to embarrass you. She doesn't belong in this world." Daniel's expression hardened. "Mia belongs here more than you ever did, Madeline." Madeline's face turned red. "You'll regret this," she spat before storming out. Mia exhaled slowly. "I don't think she likes me very much." Daniel chuckled. "She doesn't like anyone who challenges her ego." He leaned forward. "Forget her. What matters is your decision. Are you ready to take this job?" Mia hesitated. This was a world she never imagined being part of, but she also knew she wanted more for herself. She lifted her chin and met his gaze. "Yes, I'm ready." Daniel smiled. "Then welcome to Sterling Enterprises, Mia." As she shook his hand, she had no idea that this was just the beginning of something much bigger than a job.